At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
That's right. No rational thoughts here today, just good stuff. In fact, our show today is going to be just going to get you all riled up or interested. I'm not sure which, but the topic, I had to write this down because I was so flabbergasted. We're going to talk about why you want AI to replace human beings. What? Really? Yeah. So I'm going to introduce my guest today. He's not an evil person. Just trust me on that. But he does want AI to replace us for some reason. We'll figure it out. He's the #1 best-selling author of Mind, Body, Business: The 3 Pillars of Success. And it's a guy that leverages the connection between the mental, physical, and professional experience, brings them all together. And he's got extensive experience in NLP, former personal trainer, successful entrepreneur. And he's named by his peers as the automation master, which probably hints on the AI thing. He's the founder of Peak Connector. It's an ultimate all-in-one CRM and automation platform. Revolutionizes how businesses actually get done, getting things done and operating. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my guest today, the author of Mind, Body, Business, Mr. Brian Kelly. Brian, how are you today?
Doing fantastic, my friend Doug. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great until the cyborgs take over. I guess you want AI to, replace us, man. So we're going to get to that in a minute. But before we do, I want to hear about your background, how you got involved in business in general, and how you came to create this book. So,
wow,
the journey, the story in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, it just goes back to my upbringing, where when I was a little guy, I played a lot of sports, and I loved life. It was fantastic. It was fun. Had a blast. And then I got to be a certain age where I started recognizing things about my family that were different than others. Mm-hmm. When it came down to around 1977, there was this blockbuster movie that was coming out, and it was all word of mouth back then. There was no social media. Everybody's talking about it. And finally it came out, and I went to my parents and I said, hey, can I get a ticket? All my friends are going. And they looked down at me and said, sorry, son, we can't afford it. And I thought at that moment, it just went whap, like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This is a movie ticket. This is nothing. And it was at that moment it hit me that I was part of a lower middle class family, and we didn't have money to do much, which up until that point didn't mean a thing to me. But now I'm old enough to realize and recognize these kind of things. And that was like the spark that lit under my rear end that said, I'm going to not be in this situation when I have my family. My parents loved us completely, wholeheartedly, nothing negative to say about them. They just did not know anything about this term or this concept called entrepreneurship. And so I embarked on my own to figure it all out and go down that path.
Wow, terrific. That's great. Thanks to you for honoring your parents. But yeah, we all have, a lot of us have humble beginnings, and it's always good to see someone who's recognizing that early and often and get out there. So a lot of entrepreneurs have a lot of experience. They've done a lot of ththings. But if you could summarize like some of your key points on your journey to what brought you today, what would that be?
The key point in the journey was concentrating on mindset. Yeah, for years and years, I went to networking event after networking event, seminar after seminar, and they gave us all of the mechanical things to do, how to turn the crank, how fast to turn it, and where to find the crank to begin with. But none of them talked about mindset. This is going back some time because now it's pretty prevalent. And then I ran into an individual who just had his birthday yesterday, Mel Cutler, who was doing an NLP-based seminar. And I didn't know what that thing was. I had no clue. Yeah. And anyway, it's a long story, but the first time I went, I was sitting near the front row, and I'm like this, like, you're not going to mess with my brain. It's, neuro-linguistic programming. It's the science of success is the way we've coined it. To make a long story short, that one day sparked a lifelong friendship with him, and I ended up being his #1 trainer for his seminar series, and I trained one half of every one of his seminars for a couple of years from stage, and it changed everything for me, Doug. Everything. I mean, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. I'm born again. This was like being born again in physical form, if you will.
Yeah.
And it was like, I love people, but I didn't know how to interact with them until I learned, integrated, and taught NLP. And now it's like everything is just amazing. I love life way more. I enjoy it. I came from a negative type of a background, not in a abusive sense, just not ever looking at the positive side so much. And now I look at the positive side all the time, and it's such a much more wonderful way to live, not only in business, but in personal life as well.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we got to get to this controversial statement and then how it relates to your book, of course. But you want AI to take the place of human beings, and what am I going to do then if I'm being replaced? I mean, tell me why you made that statement to get us all interested in your conversation.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a hook, I will admit. It is really not to take 100% over for human beings. It's to take over those tasks that human beings, in my opinion, should not be doing day to day. These are the repetitive tasks that really don't take much creativity, not much mind work, no brain power. So if I can automate something, this is the way I've been before AI became available. I would automate processes for that very purpose, is to offload human beings from doing the mundane and free them to do the creative and the things that they are genius at doing. And by the way, they're going to enjoy what they're doing more. This enhances the workplace. It doesn't demean it or diminish it. I'm not getting rid of actual employees. I might need to reduce my workforce only because I have more repetitive tasks taken care of automatically, but I'll be able to bring in more talented workforce who will be happier at what they're doing by doing creative tasks that really require, no AI is ever going to have a soul. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Everybody can say it might. Only God designed us, and we're designing AI, so it's not going to happen. And there are certain intangibles that humans have that I don't believe AI ever will, and we need to keep concentrating on those wonderful, powerful aspects of us human beings.
Okay, I'm not going to use an NLP word here. I'm going to use a regular word, but like, yes, Brian, but instead of and, right? Hey, but Brian, it might just be my feed, but it seems to me that all the AI hype that I see in my feed is about the creative stuff. It's about the new video being created. It's about the writing. It's about the music. Oh my God, there's music stars being born, making millions of impressions, and there's no human being creating this stuff. It seems to me that a lot of the hype and excitement is around the creative act, not about the mundane stuff.
Yeah, but who had to create the prompts to make that creative happen?
Okay, so I'm a prompt engineer. I'm not an artist anymore?
You're creative. You have to be creative. Oh my gosh, I've done so many of these prompts now. It's like you have to really dig deep on some of these and test and test and test. And there's different levels of creativity. That's an artistic creativity. There's business creativity. There's all kinds of creativity. I honestly don't think it's going to take the place of all human creativity. It's just it will advance. It will get better, and it will take some of that. But I just can't see it taking over everything. We are human beings, and there will never be human beings like us again.
Yeah,
we're not going to recreate.
I'm a big fan. My phrase, I say, I use AI. I don't let AI use me.
Ooh, I love it.
My saying. You can borrow that one. Just give me a citation at least once, twice. But we've probably read the MIT study that came out recently that says that, kids using us to write papers and they created. Yeah, I can write a prompt, but all the actual content's coming out is making me dumb. I mean, I'm sorry, it is. It's not. I'm not going through. Matter of fact, who was it? Simon Sinek was on what's his name podcast recently. Talked about his book he's working on last year. AI was clunky, and it's okay. But this year, he's reading what AI because he has good prompts. Reading what AI wrote, he goes, it's pretty good. And here's the catch for him. He said, you know what? It was there's one thing missing that nobody knows except me. So I didn't go through the process, the pain, the suffering of that creation.
Right.
Because he wrote some really good prompts and it learned his style and stuff. And it created a decent book that was it's pretty close to what he would do. He would very little editing that was needed. So the creative process, I'm sorry, but it's being, what's the word? It's being absorbed.
Yeah.
If a painter's got to go use becomes a prompt engineer, is he still a painter?
Yeah, and does he need to be? I mean, it's about pivoting. It's about changing direction. It's about, it's about being, what's the word? Flexible in your situation. And that's how, I'm thinking of this from a business aspect. Like,
Sure.
Only businesses that are able to, be flexible and change direction quickly are the ones that are going to survive. This is a big, huge change in our lives. Huge, massive.
Right.
And so the quicker people embrace and understand it. Whether they use it or not, I entice everyone to understand it as much as possible, so that when topics like this come up, they are armed with good information to make their points. And whatever your opinion is, that's great. It's your opinion, and we will all respect it. But the bottom line is, I say this in a lot of trainings, is like every day as a business, every day that you delay in embracing AI and making it part of your business processes in some way, shape, or form, every day you delay, you are falling behind 3 days. And that's going to go faster soon. It's going to be more than 3 days for every day, because it is advancing very quickly.
I've seen plenty of new AI agents and models come out on a daily basis. There's a website I subscribe to called There's an AI for That. And last time I checked, there were 34,000 individual AI tools and things you can't even keep up, right? So it's impossible, frankly, to keep up with the speed with which AI is evolving, right? So don't try to keep up, but
Correct.
to your point, don't ignore it either, because you got to use something. So I believe in my heart of hearts that it's here. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. That's you can't do that. Understanding it, using it to the degree with which you can makes sense. So your statement of you want AI to take the place of humans. You mentioned mundane tasks. Okay, I'm pushing back, saying that's not what people are using it for. They're using it to save them on the creative side, and trading your paintbrush for a prompt is maybe inevitable. I don't know. I think there's still going to be a place for artisan work. I believe that in my heart of hearts. And my TEDx talk is called "The Power of Humanity in the Shadow of AI." It's a very big shadow.
I love that.
So check it out. How do you work with your clients, your mind, body, business, and you're incorporating 3 things there, and it's in your book. So give me an example of how you're advising a client on embracing their technology to replace a portion of their work, but not the person.
It's just, like I said, is embracing it, understanding it, getting knowledgeable at what you're doing. Is what I would suggest is get involved in groups that are AI centric, that are there to discuss things, that people that are doing the research on how far AI is coming, what are the latest things, breakthroughs that are going on. There was a gentleman I ran into not long ago. He's older than I am. I know it's hard to believe there's somebody on the planet older than me, but I'll be 61 here in a couple of days. This guy has never coded in his life, written code. Yeah. He has developed over 70 AI apps without writing a line of code. He used AI to create AI, one of which was, I have to share this real quick, was an app that goes on your phone. All the other apps were web-based. This one app actually went on the phone, and it was for the purpose of guiding blind people. So basically, they would hold their phone up and point their camera forward, and the phone would tell them what you're coming up on a curb. It's 2 feet away. It's 1 feet away. It's like,
I watched that video on Instagram the other day. Yeah. Really cool.
Oh my gosh! And he demonstrated to me live on Zoom, just the two of us, and then we're talking like this, like you and I on a computer. He goes, "Hey, can you tell me what you see right now?" "Oh yeah, you're on a video conference call with Brian Kelly." I'm like, what? And so this guy never wrote a single line of code, but he had AI write all the code for him and install it and tell him how to do everything. And so you're getting to a place much faster with less pain. I get that. It is very gratifying to have that pain reward synergy when you finish something that like a book. Boy, my book I did not write with AI, just saying.
Man, good man. I like that.
It was 10 years in the making, so I finished it out just last year, finally. And I'm actually glad it took that long, because the experiences I got to sprinkle in there. I don't know if I answered your question. I went off on a tangent, but
no, it's okay. This is free flow. Definitely. I did watch the video of that guy with the blind person. It was very fascinating, and I did one myself last month. I was just to let you know, but we have part of our process for authors is to help them vet and validate their idea. Like, how do you know if your idea is actually going to go? So before last month, my team would go and analyze over 100 3-star reviews on Amazon. We ignore 1 stars; those are just angry people, and we ignore 5 stars. It's usually somebody's mother. But a 3-star review always gives you good data. It tells you what they liked about the book, what they didn't like about it, what they were expecting, what they hoped for, right? And so we had to manually collate over 100 reviews, put it in a spreadsheet, make a pie chart, and it was tedious. It took us time to do it, but it gave us great data for authors, so they knew what they should write about. Maybe add a chapter, maybe take one out. Don't do this. Try this. It's really good data mining. Took us a week. The app that I built, I used an app builder. Took 2 days to build it because I had to keep training it, but 4 minutes now. I took a 1 week process down to 4 minutes, and it's beautiful. It looks great.
And something that took 2 weeks to do every single time took you 2 days to develop, and now you can reuse forever for 4 minutes.
Yeah, right. So I get that on the again, mundane task.
Yes.
So
That's a perfect example right there.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about one of your stories of one of your clients you've worked with specifically outside of the blind app. Give me another one. I'd like to hear more examples of how you've actually worked with somebody on a technology page. You do a lot of technology stuff I can see in your profile. So.
Yeah, there's one. This is a company I just became aware of. This one it really excites me because it has AI functions under the hood, but it is 100% meant to be personal, one-on-one interaction, human to human. And I thought, this is awesome. In this AI world that we are being just pummeled with AI, now they're saying, let's take it back a notch and let's keep the personal part going. It's a video email type of platform, and it's genius. It's also built for marketing and landing pages. I won't go into all the details, but it's a great way to keep that human element in there. So I just acquired it. I used it. I sent out 8 follow-up video emails to people that I had not followed up with in about a month. 2 people replied by video because there's that option, and they loved it, and they are going to be clients of mine where I would not have gotten them otherwise. And it's that personal touch. So we're taking there's AI under the hood too, if you want to write some scripts for your videos, things like that. I didn't use AI in there to do that, but you can. But it's got AI infused into it, but it's for the purpose of being personal with another human being, and it's fairly new. And I'm just like, thank you, this is awesome.
Give them a shout out because I've used about 2 or 3 of these ones, and I've not settled on any of them yet. Which one was it?
This one's called Dub. It's DUBB.
Dub?
Yes.
Oh, I know Dub. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So they've been around 6 years, which isn't that long.
Yeah.
There's another company that's been around for 20 plus that doesn't hold a candle to this one.
Yeah.
It's just I'm a tech guy. I'm a software engineer by trade. Long time ago.
Yeah.
And I dig deep, and I look at and I try a bunch of features. They have 3 different ways to get to their platform, and so I try them all, and then I find little things and I'll report them to the support team. I'm talking to one of the co-founders directly on a daily basis now. They are very responsive, and they are way advanced in what they offer compared to others in that industry, if you will.
Nice.
In my opinion. Were they that way 6 years ago? I highly doubt it because they were just starting out, but they're continually improving. They're open to feedback, which is very important for any company to survive. So I'm very optimistic about this going forward. And they currently have an affiliate program where they are now actually talking about extending that and going into a 7-tier program. So that would be a pretty good thing for them to do. I think that would take them to the next level.
Yeah, I used them before they had the AI component a few years ago, and then I tested out another one called Hyperize, and this is pretty cool. They do a little video AI as well. They can customize it for the person, but the thing I liked most about it was that once it has like some tracking mechanism there. I can send them to a landing page.
Yeah.
And it personalizes the landing page. It puts their name, their business, their screenshot of everything in the landing page itself. So every landing page is unique to that recipient. I thought that was pretty slick.
Yeah, and Dub is working on something right now. I saw previews of it. It's in beta, but they would hold up a phone and it would put the name of the person you're talking to in it.
Yeah.
Even if the message was generic, you can do one-to-many. And
Hyperize does that now. You should check them out. They've already nailed that. They could do I put like a ticket in there, ticket to an event. I put it on the phone, me on the phone, but had their name on it and stuff.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And this one integrates with P Connector, which is is my everything. If it doesn't integrate with P Connector, I typically don't look at it that much, or some way somehow enhances the whole experience of people who use P Connector because it transfers data back and forth seamlessly. You can send emails, video emails directly from within P-Connector using Dub. So that was very important to me to have that integration, and it had it from day one. It was like, wow, this is awesome. And there's a lot more to it. I'm a tech guy. I could go crazy on it, but I don't want to.
Right. Is P-Connector that's your company? That's what you do, or is that?
Yeah, that's my platform. It's
Okay.
just a CRM on steroids. It has voice AI, conversation AI. The real power of it is in the workflow capability, and many CRM platforms have workflow capabilities. That's really where the power is. AI is powerful, but it will then take people and put them in workflows to accomplish certain tasks, and
Nice.
it's phenomenal. It has all the features under one roof. I've seen these before, and I'm not going to name names, but there was one that came out years ago that it was the kitchen sink, everything. I mean, it had webinar platform, it had email, it had text, it had a bunch of stuff at launch. And I was a beta tester, and I went in, and it was horrible because they had maybe 2 software developers, 1 support person. I'm like, what are you doing? You got to start with one. One of those individual functions would require an entire company in its own, and more than 1 developer or 2 developers. And then this one came across my plate, and anyway, there are hundreds of developers behind this worldwide. Support is 24/7. It's got everything you need, and so I think I've found my home for automation.
That's great. Yeah, I've bolted things together before. I tried one integrated platform, but it was just too much for me to handle because I'm more of a visionary guy, not the tactician person. But yeah, anytime you can reduce your tech stack and have it unified, obviously there's a lot less things that can go wrong with it. So it's a
Yeah,
good
it's
place to be.
natively integrated, because data passes seamlessly between one or the other. It's all on the same platform. Calendar, scheduling, everything. I mean, there are very few things I can come up with that it does not have. There are some, but it's not many, and continually adding to it and then enhancing what is there already. I feel like a kid waking up to Christmas every day. I wake up and I go, "What do we have today? What's new? What's updated?" It's a fun place to be, and I hold a weekly mastermind for my clients, and that's fun because we do live troubleshooting sometimes, and
Right.
I just love helping people. That's what drives me more than anything. No matter if it's tech, whatever it happens to be, if I get to help somebody, I don't need to be paid for every hour that I'm on this planet.
Right.
I will help somebody. I'm wired to help. I love it.
So being a technical guy and knowing these systems and being on the leading edge of things, you mentioned it took you a few years to craft your book, but it says mind and body in business. And well, tech stuff is cool. It's important to do, but there's other components to it in terms of mindset and the NLP world. How did you, did you incorporate much technical stuff in your book, or did you leave that aside because you knew it would change so rapidly?
Yeah, I didn't put a whole lot of technical stuff in there. It was more conceptual from a higher level. And mind and body were the kind of the 2 first parts of it, and then how that melded into business. So I always say the mind and body are a team, but more importantly, they are your team. And if any one member of a team is not operating at full capacity, the team as a whole is not operating at peak performance level. So, you want to take care of every aspect of your life. What you think, it permeates every cell in your body.
Sure.
And so if you get your stinking thinking righted, then you're going to reap the rewards on the physical side. But some people will say, "Hey, I worked out today, so tomorrow I can eat a donut and cheat."
Yeah.
Right? And it's okay to have those rewards. I should never guilt anyone for doing that, but just change the mindset to, people want to work out to what? Look good. I think, wait, let's turn that upside down. What will really give you success in your journey of fitness is feeling good. When you feel good, guess what's going to happen as a byproduct of feeling good? You're going to start looking good. But the real core of the matter is if you feel good, you can operate at a higher level, especially when it comes to business. And then when you have your mindset also in alignment and thinking in great positive ways. NLP is just an amazing science. I have resources can share with people. They're not me,
Yeah.
Other people who train. I could train, I'm certified, but I never went down that path. And then, so fitness is super, super important. just moving. I just say, just move. You don't have to go to a gym. Do some jumping jacks
Right.
in place. Do some push-ups. Just get the rust broken off of those muscles and tissues inside, and notice how you feel when you're done. You could be super tired, rings under your eye. I've experienced this. That's why I say it. Where I was traveling and I was tired, and my buddy said, "Let's go work out." I'm too tired. It's like, "Come on, you wuss!" I put that in the book, and I said, "Okay, he's challenging me." So I went and I got done. I was like, I didn't want to go to bed that night. I was like juiced just from working out. So it's an amazing natural remedy for so many things that are going on in people's lives.
Right.
But it also gives you that extra added oomph of performance, and that can take your business to the next level as well.
Right. You know, my last question probably is it could be NLP answer, but I want to ask it anyway. A lot of people understand the concept of mindset, and maybe they're doing a small business, under $1 million, or maybe they're doing a bigger business, 1 to 10 or something like that. But most people want to grow because it's on our human nature to improve and grow. And no matter where you are in business, whether it's, sub 1, over 10, 100, there's always a mindset, an attitude of what's possible and what you should and want to do, right? There's these drivers driving us to do something, whether it's more or better or both. But oftentimes we have setbacks or circumstances or a dreary day, and I don't feel that great. To your point about feeling, I don't feel like I could do it today, or I don't believe I could do it, or there's too many obstacles to do that. I'm gonna lower my standards, whatever it is. So I've had, personally, I've had days of massive vision, and this can be $1 billion thing, and there's other days like, oh my gosh, just do this. How do you? I know you could be in your A game all the time.
No.
But how do you reset yourself to go back to where you should be to get to where you want to go?
It all
when you're
comes
having a
down
bad
to
day?
it all comes down to identifying what it is you want to do in the begin with. What is your why? Find it truly needs to be something you love. There's a lot of controversy back and forth on, well, you don't need to love what you do. I'm like, well, then how well are you gonna do it then? Yeah. How excited are you gonna be to get up every day and work on it? First thing I do, I fire up my computer, I am logging into P Connector, and I am not kidding you. That's the first thing I do, is log into P Connector. Even on days off, which I don't really consider any day a day off, but that's the first thing I do. I love it. Do you love it? Number one. And what is your why? Is your why so compelling that even in those valleys, those down days, how many times, Doug, I have thought about quitting? I can't count on all my hands, all 2 of my hands and my toes on my feet. Many times it's come across, but the why keeps driving me, and the love of what I do. I'll go through that little moment of, minuscule depression, and then I'll come out and I'll go, okay, back into it, and then I'm back into loving it. So there's no way I can't see, because we are human, to stay always on that top, echelon of, man, this is all going great. I feel good. Every day is awesome. No, we have setbacks, like you said. Willie Jolly said it. He said, setbacks are a setup for a comeback. I love that. I love that, because it's so true. Without valleys, how can there be a peak?
That's right.
There has to be the down days to have an up day, and that's the way we were designed. And I love it because it offers challenges. It's not about what's happening to you in the valley that's hitting. It's how you respond to that situation that matters more than anything.
Okay. So I'll use you as a guinea pig then. Maybe the audience can benefit from this, because I'm going to ask it probably more than once. But what's your why?
My wife.
Your wife is your why?
Yep.
Go on.
Everything. I want her to live the happiest, most fulfilled life, because she deserves it, and I love her with everything I've got, and that's what keeps me going every day.
I love that. All right.
Every day.
What's her name?
Karen.
Karen. Okay, great. Lucky girl, Karen. All right, so I'll just keep going now. Why is that important to you?
I love this. I've been through this kind of stuff.
Well, this is for the audience, because when we say our why, it sometimes can be tossed at a very surface level. Like,
Yeah.
A normal person might have stopped with a why. Oh, that's so sweet. But there's another. There's a deeper psychology, the 5 whys. So I won't maybe go with 5, but we get the second one. So why is that important to you?
She, the greatest term in the movies was, she completes me. Why does she complete me? Because she's my best friend, and she is someone that I am blessed to get to live the rest of my life with. When I made the commitment, it was for life, not like a lot of people just say, yeah, okay, I'll say it at the wedding vows. When I commit, I'm in it. We've been through our ups and downs. Everyone has. Everyone has had a relationship. Siblings, you have issues. And we've gone through some good ones. And we've come out on rose above the top. And it just becomes stronger and stronger. And just when I think it can't get stronger, it does. And that is another part of the why is I just wonder what's next around the next corner when I make this life together even better than it is today.
Okay, so what I'm hearing there, sorry folks, what I'm hearing there is commitment is an important value to you.
Oh, yeah.
And making your life together better because mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So we all know that, husbands, right? That's good. So those two things are good. So you know my next question is,
Why?
why is that important to you?
That's a good question. I remember going through these in my NLP training and having these moments. Why is that important to me?
I can answer for you if you need it.
Go
I
ahead.
can guess.
Let me hear you guess.
My guess is you're a faith-based man,
That's
quite
true.
frankly, and these are important tenets to your faith and your values, and to walk away from them is to walk away from yourself, and it's part of who you are.
You just gave me goosebumps, man. You nailed it.
I'm good at this.
I can tell. You remind me very much of the gentleman who took me through the initial advanced NLP courses. He's actually stayed at our house here in Florida, he and his wife.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, just so you know.
Yeah. Your values are based in your faith, and your faith is who you are. So
Yeah.
that's my guess.
I
On
think
that,
that's
so.
pretty accurate.
Yeah. Okay. So on that note, folks, there you go. There's everything you want to know about Brian and why you should probably get his book and work with him because he's a rock. He takes care of himself physically and mentally and business-wise. He'll take care of you as a client. So that's my 2 cents endorsement for you based on our conversation and your wonderful book, Mind, Body, and Business. You have a copy there you can hold up or not?
Yeah.
Hold up a copy there. People see it. You recognize this thing?
There we
It's on
go.
Amazon. There you go. There you go. Mind, Body, Business by Brian Kelly. Check it out. The link below from Amazon or wherever you want to get it is below the screen here. Go ahead and click on that. And if they want to get a hold of you, Brian, what do they do besides getting your book?
Yeah, they can go to the mindbodybusinessbook.com. We have areas there, peakconnector.com, reachyourpeakllc.com, brianckelly.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, I'm everywhere, all over the place. You cannot not find me anymore because my team does such a great job of social media presence. And if you just search for me, there's too many Brian Kellys out there, imposters, I call them. There's a musician that's out there that gets more hits than I do. Like, who is this guy? Get him out of here. That's all right. I love him. He's got a great name. So you can find me all over the place. It won't take long to find.
Terrific. Well, check out his book. Check out his profile, folks. You won't go wrong by connecting with Brian. And thank you for being on the show today, Brian. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Doug.
Parting words of wisdom?
Just never, ever, 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 ever give up. If you have a dream and you have done the diligence, you found out that it's something that people want, don't ever give up. Don't let one person, especially a family member, deter you from your dream. I've had that happen to a friend of mine recently, and it's just gut wrenching that can happen. So stay to it, stick to it. Don't give up, and don't just keep. Look, if you give up, you won't be able to serve the people to help them, and that would be a disservice to them. So don't give up. Keep going forward so you can serve more people.
Love it. Thank you very much for being on the show today. I appreciate it. And that concludes our show for today, the Author Your Brand Show. I'm your host, Doug Crowe. If you didn't take notes, they're right below here. Check them out and connect with Brian. Have a good one. Thank you.